Hello, my lovelies. Well, got some brilliant news in the campaign to challenge cyberbullying and stalking and hate speech on social media. YouTube have agreed to take down one of a Scottish podcaster's channels that he shared with the American podcaster that was taken down. Um, what happened was the other day, the Scottish podcaster had a podcast with this American podcaster, and they were talking about freedom of speech. I'll get onto that in a minute. And cancel culture, right? And all this business. They want to be the victims of a cancel culture, right? But this Scottish podcaster, for the first time, revealed his involvement in what this American podcaster was getting up to. I always knew, I was in no doubt he was involved in it. Look, the American podcaster was putting him in it all the time, making it clear that he was involved in what was going on. Because he'd turn around and say, oh, well, I was talking to this person, and, oh, well, what the hell, I'll tell you what we said. So he was making it sure, this American podcaster knew damn well that this Scottish podcaster was sitting there pretty, his channel was safe, and you know, Miami's Village Idiot was coming out with all the hate speech and putting himself in the firing line for doing it. Anyway, but the other day on this shared podcast they have, it became very clear that this Scottish podcaster was instrumental in what was going on and what is going on in Odyssey. So YouTube took that he was involved in creating what is a hate group against LGBTQI people. And if anyone goes onto Odyssey and watches this American podcast, just look at the comments. You won't be one in any doubt at all that this is a hate speech and stalking community that's being created. So much for Empress A, and yet, we all work together to stop hate. She, from day one, has been someone that has backed these two up 100% with the most vile, disgusting anti-LGBTQI hate speech. Not just against me, against a gay podcaster has come out with vile stuff, and yet the American one was saying the other day, oh, I'm not homophobic. What was he? He's not. He's got lots of family members who he loves who are gay. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, you wouldn't suddenly turn around. This is another thing I say. You get people saying, "Oh, that person, the way they were acting made me say those things." I'll do a special separate video about this, about people blaming minority groups for goading them into coming out with hate speech. Look, let's put this way, people. If you haven't got hate speech in you, if you're not a bigot, you're not going to come out with it. Do you know how they say a drunk? Wait until someone's drunk and they'll come out with the truth. Right. Or what they really think. Well, if you want to know if someone's a bigot or not, just wait until they feel that they've been pushed into a corner. Then you'll hear what they really think. Anyway, I'll do another video about that because it is an interesting topic, and it also is important to the police as well, because I've heard the police making this mistake, saying that things should be taken in context, which I'll tell you what I told them when I was told that. What context was it in? They got a sharp reply from me and tutored in what saying that actually was implying. But good news anyway. It's been taken down, another win-win, so that all people, not just minority groups, not just LGBTQI people, can be safe on social media and free from stalking and hatred. Because don't forget, people kill themselves, children kill themselves. If you take what these podcasters are saying, this Scottish podcast and this American podcaster, if you're taking what they're saying, look at these people that come on who have disabilities, who, you know, things that are wrong with them that society makes it almost impossible for them to move out in society. So they use social media so people can be educated. Now, according to those two, there's no other way you can see what they're saying. You can attack them, verbally attack them, harass them online. That's what they're saying. But anyway, it's gone to Police Scotland about this Scottish podcaster, because I really would like them to try and identify him. I think we can identify him. I know how he can be identified if the police okay us, and he needs bringing to justice. So a message is sent out. This is not allowable. You can have free speech. You can call me, other people, horrible, nasty people, you know, whatever you want, ugly, whatever. But don't go turn it into a stalking and hate campaign. And that's true of anyone, right? And leave off my being intersex, and leave off the fact that someone might be gay or lesbian or whatever, or have some kind of disability. Leave that off. That's when it turns into hate speech. And that's true of anyone. You can get people, I've seen people, they're not a minority at all. Straight, white, nothing minority about them. But they have been victims of hate campaigns. And that's what I mean. Hate can affect anyone. And don't stand for it, people. Don't tolerate. Because it's cyberbullying and people kill themselves because of it. And it is stalking. And it's a crime. So there's a difference between freedom of speech and committing a crime. Big difference. But I'll go into that in another video. But I just thought I'd let you hear the good news, my lovelies. And hopefully Police Scotland will take this issue up. Usually Scotland are very, very proactive. Police Scotland are very proactive when it comes to hate crimes and hate speech. They like to send a message out there. This is not tolerable. We will not tolerate this. So, hopefully. So until then, my lovelies, bye bye.